What's going on, everyone? Talen here, and welcome to another uniform review video. Alright, so I know it's been a little while. I kind of disappeared for a while there. I actually missed the last two uniforms that got released, so I actually didn't do a video on Ultron or Thanos when they got their uniforms. A few things going on, which I will update you guys on kind of what's been going on with me lately in the next crystal giveaway video. But for this video here, we're going to be focusing on Maya Lopez and her new uniform. Which I guess it's a uniform for Echo, but I mean, Maya Lopez is kind of like the base, you know, form that you would think of for her. So Echo should have been the uniform. So they kind of did these backwards. But anyway, we're starting off over here because there's a change to leadership. So I might as well show that here. And I don't actually own Echo, so I haven't really played around with her to really see how good she was just as is before this uniform. But she does get some pretty good upgrades in her skills, or at least the effects of her skills with this uniform here. So let's take a look at first the leadership, because it's actually pretty crazy leadership. So leadership applies to speed types, gives a 60% all attack and a 60% all defense buff, and it gives you debuff removal. That's actually a really strong leadership. So yeah, that's very strong. If you want to use some speed characters, probably the best leadership in the game for speed characters right now. And then for her passive here, we've got increased chain hit damage by 20% and ignore dodge by 20%. And again, this is for all speed types, so very strong support and leadership for speed type characters, even if, you know, she could be used just for her own power, which I don't know how strong she's actually going to be. I don't really, I guess, spoiler alert, like her skill animations here. But anyway, let's finish up with the skills here. So her tier 2 passive is going to give her guaranteed dodge by 35%, 33% chance to penetrate, super armor, damage immune, and invincibility. And then we have some skill and bonus damage. So few changes from Echo over here. As you can see, she is kind of a support for elemental because we get increased fire resist and then increased all elemental damage by 15%, and it's for all allies. And then over here, she's got the guaranteed dodge, so that's the same. We still have skill and bonus damage, except here she has like consistent heal, so she constantly heals when she's below 99%. And her leadership over here was a fire damage leadership for all allies. So that's kind of the changes there for the passives and leadership, which I do like the uniform over here, Maya Lopez, better for the leadership and passives. I do think they are stronger. And now if we move on to the skills, her first skill here is just generic. Second skill, again, generic. We do have paralysis, which is nice. Third skill here, it's actually pretty juicy. So we've got all defense down, stacks up to minus 40%, ignores immunity, but then we have a 15% heal. So we still have good survivability here. So we didn't lose like the healing altogether. We have 15% heal. Then we've got accumulation. That's 150%. This is really strong accumulation. I mean, it's not some of the premium accumulation that we've seen, but it's a lot better than the regular accumulation that we've been getting on characters, which is usually like between 50 and 80%. So this is like double what we normally see. So yeah, that's really strong. And the Echo over here, she only has a 60%. So pretty much doubled it, or more than doubled it, I mean, excuse me. So more than doubled the amount of accumulation. So that should be a big bump in damage. And then over here on the fourth skill, we've got another heal, another 15% heal, got damage immunity for 5 seconds, and then we have increased damage by 100% for one attack. So a lot of stuff going on with that fourth skill. And then the fifth skill, got invincibility for 5 seconds. We've got a 40% all attack, all defense buff, and a 40% crit buff. So yeah, she's got some really strong buffs going on her skills here. So hopefully that translates over to damage. But again, I don't have the character to really check. And with this update for this uniform, we do have an awakening skill, which is actually the main reason why I didn't get Echo when she first came out, is because she was released without being able to be awakened or having a tier 3. I was like, well, I can't use it in War Boss Legend. I don't really feel the need to actually spend money and get this character. Right now I'm tempted, but I'm still going to be skipping her for now. I'm probably going to wait a little bit longer before I do anything here. I'll probably wait until another premium character comes out. That way, if I buy the monthly subscription, I can just unlock both the characters in one go instead of just buying it for one singular character. Since I don't really have a big need for Echo or Maya in this case, But anyway, let's move over to the skill preview here. So let's hop on over. So we already saw, oh yeah, we didn't look at the uniform effects, did we? So uniform effects was, of course, change all the things we already went over with the leadership and passives. And then we've also got dodge by 20%, which is nice. So if you want to build her with a rage, this will help out. And then we have decreased damage received by 20%. So yeah, pretty nice passives there on the uniform as well. So let's go ahead and hop in. And it looks like I forgot to download all of the additional data, but I guess I'll do that after this recording here. All right, so first skill. Just got kind of a punch here, and then a little bit of residual damage. And she's pretty much like a basic speed type with her skill animations. She kind of reminds me of Ronin a little bit, or Hawkeye with the Ronin uniform in terms of her skill animations. So yeah, kind of just regular stuff there that you would expect to see. We've got the third skill, which is the one with the accumulation. And yeah, we don't need to get hit or anything. That's a delayed iframe. Fourth skill. This one has her healing. It starts off with an instant iframe, which is kind of nice, but then it just goes into a pretty long skill animation. Again, just kind of like a basic skill animation you'd expect from any kind of speed or combat type. And then the fifth skill, we got jump and kick right there. Reminds me of one of Jessica Jones's attacks, and very short animation. So none of these skills really seem... Oh, what is this little after effect thing that's going on here? Yeah, what is that for? That just showing that we have the buff. Anyway, it doesn't really look like we can combine any of the skills. So you're pretty much just going to use a rage on her, or maybe a CTP of energy. If she doesn't have enough hits for a CTP of energy, I kind of think you're going to want to be using a rage on her just because you can't combine any of these skills. So actually, can you combine that one? Oh, you can. All right, you can combine the second skill. All right. So maybe you can do first, second. Well, I still kind of require a rage because you're getting a lot of instant attacks in. But yeah, what I'm trying to get at is she doesn't seem very damage proc friendly with this uniform here. But hopefully she'll do a lot of damage because of all the buffs that she has. But she has not a lot of hits on her skills. I don't know, she just seems kind of generic to me, is why I wasn't really too excited about Maya Lopez here. But hey, you know, she could be a beast for all I know. Here's the awakening skill. Calls in Kate Bishop, and then I'm assuming Hawkeye's probably in there somewhere. So anyway, it just looks like, you know, an overall upgrade to Echo in terms of maybe damage. Didn't really look too much into Echo to see how damage proc friendly she is, but with this uniform, you're definitely going to want to be using a CTP of Rage, or if you're just going to go kind of defensive with her, which I don't think she's going to be very good in PvP. She doesn't really have any of the kind of signs that she's going to be good in PvP. She's probably just going to be mainly used as a really strong support for speed types. If you want to use her as like a leadership and support for some of your other speed types, I guess in PvP could work, but mainly going to be for War Boss Legend if you're going to use her there. Or she could be a good option in maybe Dispatch or something like that as a leadership, because we do have, what is it? It's only 20%, right? Yeah, only 20% ignore dodge, but hey, 20% is still something nice. So yeah, that's going to be my thoughts on this uniform. Doesn't wow me. It doesn't look like anything too exciting, at least in my opinion. Again, if you have Echo and you've already kind of invested a bit of resources in her, yes, this uniform of course is going to be an upgrade. It seems like from the actual text here for the numbers that she's getting from the damage buff, that she should be hitting a lot harder than regular Echo here, if that helps you at all for your decision. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed, and of course I will catch you in the next one.